With thousands upon thousands of singles across the globe, every Shomer Shabbos community has, and every year there are new singles graduating, students graduating who are on their journey now to find their bashert. And there are ever so many more singles than there are available shadchanim to meet the demands of this traditional system that we've worked with for so long. There is a tremendous growth in older singles, and that is a result of the change in our society, starting with Sarah Schnera, who created a program for girls to study in schools, and it just took off exponentially. Beis Yaakov schools, Beis Sarah schools, Beis Rachel schools, schools of every nature, from every hashkafa background. Women were finally, doors were open for women to be able to learn Limudei Kodesh and Limudei Chol. And history speaks for itself, how with the growth of women in education, thousands and thousands of so many more boys sitting and learning, there has been a change in the approach and the need of our society. That in itself is a separate discussion, and this is not the platform to discuss how that came about and what are the challenges of the day that have to be met. I'm here today to share with you why Partners in Shidduchim is important for you. Why it's important for every Shomer Shabbos family to realize that this platform, this database belongs to you. My husband and I believe that every Shomer Shabbos family should be on board with creating for their children who are of age to date a shidduch profile. You do not have to put a picture. You do not have to put your complete name. You can retain your privacy by just putting a well-written brief description that will help people understand as best as they can who their child is, or the single themselves who's creating the profile of any age, whether it's a single in their 20s, middle 20s, upper 20s, 30s, 40s, second-time arounders, widows, divorcees, as I'm mentioning, second-time arounders. People can create their own shidduch profile, investing the time to properly write a description about themselves so that people will understand who they are, so that they will understand, so the single themselves understands who they are and the type of person that they're looking for, and that it's written well. We provide assistance with volunteer writers. We're a volunteer-driven organization, and fee-based writers who can assist in writing this very important piece of information about who you are and the type of person that you're looking for. And enlisting a PAL. A PAL is a personal, stands for PAL, stands for P for personal, A for advocate, L for liaison, personal advocate liaison. The PAL can be a family member, a friend, a shadchan, a co-worker, a neighbor, anyone that cares about you and is willing to take calls from others who are part of this database. But I didn't explain that the database is where everybody puts their profile, and since everyone will have access to the platform, and there is a search engine where you can search and browse profiles. When you find a profile that's written well about the single, enough for people to notice them for the type of single that they are interested in matching them up with, you can contact the PAL. The single's PAL. The PAL knows everything about the single. The PAL cares about the single. The PAL can be a shadchan, a professional shadchan that you know, that you've asked to list them on the profile, or anybody that cares about you. So now if somebody reaches out to you and wants to set you up, they could reach out to your PAL and say, I saw Sarah's profile, or I saw Avraham's profile, or I saw Rivka's profile, or I saw Yitzchak's profile on Partners in Shidduchim, and I am looking for a shidduch for myself, and this Yitzchak looks like he might be a match for me, or Yitzchak looks like he might be a good match for my daughter, or for my niece, or for my granddaughter. You get the drift? And between the caller and the person who's the representative of the single, and the representative of the single can also be the single themselves if they choose to represent themselves, and they have to be age 25 and over, get involved in making a potential match. And if between the two people, the caller and the person that they're interested in being matched with, PAL, don't feel like they are the right people to speak with each other, they could decide among themselves to find a third party, a mutual third party that can work on their behalf. But the most important thing is that they're in the driver's seat. Everyone's in the driver's seat driving on their own. People are waiting for the shadchanim to think of them, but there are thousands upon thousands of singles, so more specifically, who are reaching out to shadchanim who are overworked, underpaid, and are doing a great job, but they can't get to everybody. And why shouldn't we have access to be able to make matches on our own? And that's in a nutshell what Partners in Shidduchim is all about. We are struggling here with getting this message across to everybody, and we need you. We need you to understand that this is a free public service, and its existence depends on everybody realizing you need a shidduch, use the database, get empowered, get engaged. These are slogans that we've been using. You know the single? You're a shadchan. We've got thousands of profiles so far, Chasdei Hashem, on the site. And we have many, many shidduchim that came about as a result, and many people dating and are networking as a result. This is the go-to site. There shouldn't be no reason why in the fabric of our society there exists a database where the most important feature of our communities around the world is building Jewish homes. And if everybody takes the time to go to our site and reads our landing page to get started to create a profile, we wrote a beautiful, well-written summary with required reading, with required information that will be helpful to you. And you'll be able to just create this universal profile. And once it's in the system, you'll gain access after we review it and verify who you are, and be able to check in whenever you choose to look for a match. There are ways of you to pin information. We call it pinning. If you see a profile that's interesting to you, there's a place to put it into a specialized folder on the site. There's a place to keep notes on the single. You can forward your profile to other people that you are either matching up, or to shadchanim that you'd like to reach out to and tell them about this particular single that you want to be matched with for their help. You can reach out to our office and use the resources on our site for assistance as well. And since the site belongs to Klal Yisrael, since it is a volunteer-driven organization, we need you to realize that without any funds to drive the site, there really is no need for it, because each of you are capable of speaking to your friends and neighbors and advance the cause, letting them know Partners in Shidduchim is the place to go to make a match for yourself or for a single that you know. So with the coming of this new year, my husband and I, David and Bailey Yaniv, we want to wish you a Gemar Chasima Tova, Shana Tova Masuka. Take advantage of this wonderful, free Shomer Shabbos Shidduch database. It belongs to Klal Yisrael's Shomer Shabbos community. It's endorsed by leading Rabbanim, leading organizations such as the Agudas Yisrael of America, Chazak, OU Center in Eretz Yisrael, and many, many more leading Rabbanim and principals of different schools. You can go to our site and see the endorsements, the endorsers, community partners, as well as testimonials. We have no funds to advertise. The site will be as good as the number of people that join. In the forthcoming messages that I broadcast that I will be sharing with you, I will attempt as best as I can to explain to you different aspects of the site and how we can help educate you and give you tools to be able to get on board with more confidence and understanding, so that you can be successful in this very important mitzvah of making shidduchim and for building Jewish homes, Yiddish homes in Klal Yisrael. I want to wish you a Shana Tova Masuka. Please reach out to our office, support@partnersinshidduchim.com. We are here to assist you. Please give us a few days to get back to you. We're always busy. We have an office of women who are volunteers trying to meet the demands of the questions and the needs of the people reaching out to us. You're important to us, and everyone matters.